Hmm. Hi, and welcome back for this Sunday's guided meditation. Yes, so last week we talked a little bit about the pitfalls of meditation, what can make us go astray a little bit. And for this week's talk, I want to express a little bit about why meditation is important as far as metaphysical experiences go. Yes, meditation can help with fostering energies of inner peace, calm, steadiness, but this is also a metaphysical channel, and in a way of expand on our metaphysical abilities. It has very less to do with the brain and a whole lot to do with being able to regulate our nervous system. The reason I'm saying this is when we think of expanding our consciousness, accessing alternate states of consciousness, having mystical experiences, being steady in our energy is very important because otherwise we may be taken out of the experience, not have a pleasant experience. And let me explain into more detail as to why so. So, first, if we meditate and we start having an experience and we get all excited about it, the excitement may actually take us out of the experience because I'm not saying like joy and happiness is bad or anything like that, but in the intensity of it can make us become ungrounded, and then therefore we lose the feed and we take ourselves out of the experience. Another thing too is as we start accessing alternate states of consciousness beyond this three-dimensional world, which I will extrapolate a little bit in a minute, we can come across information that doesn't fit in our current model of what we think the universe is supposed to operate. And all of this confusion can be stressful, and distress can take us out of the experience or make it unpleasant unnecessarily. Now, when I talk about alternate state of consciousness, what am I talking about here? So, okay, I guess one familiar thing would be having out of body experiences or meditating or in dream state, ending up in the astral planes. And in all cases, there's always an aspect of having a physical body. So, in reality, yes, we are experiencing in some ways, we're having an experience outside of this three-dimensional sphere. However, we are taking our three-dimensional concept with us and projecting it into the astral planes. And what I'm getting at here is it doesn't have to stop there. If you want to go beyond, again, meditation and having emotional mastery will get you there. So, what do I mean by beyond? Allegedly, we live in a three-dimensional world. But is this statement correct? Is it accurate? From my own personal experiences, it's not. We do not live in a three-dimensional universe. What we have is a human body with a brain with the capacity to interpret the outer reality up to the third dimension. But it doesn't stop there. And the way to integrate, we have the capacity to integrate higher dimension into this reality, but it takes, again, emotional mastery to get there. And what I mean by these experiences, so we've talked about out of body experiences, the astral planes, and being still having the sensation of being in the physical form, having a sense of I as a human being. But if you could let go of that construct and allow yourself to melt, you could have experiences outside of this physical human construct. And what I mean by that is imagine experiencing yourself as a black hole in a universe. And because you have that experience, now you can integrate a whole bunch of information that the scientific community would be baffled to have. So you can also experience yourself as a molecule in an atom, like are like all like the I guess the possibilities are limitless, but again, the way to get there is really about mastering our emotional steadiness and being properly anchored because these experiences, as we start losing our sense of self and allow ourselves to become something else for a minute, it's still from a frequency, but that can be very taxing on the nervous system. And our ability to self regulate is what will be making the difference as our ability to stay there in that state for longer periods of time. So another aspect of it too is as we are having these mystical experiences, birds of a feather flock together, meaning that we are going to be attracting likewise individual entities, energies, spirits, whatever you want to call it. So if let's say we are vibrating on a 715 AM bandwidth, then this is the pool of energy we're going to be interacting with within that polarity as well. And what I'm getting at here is if you want to attract goodness and mingle and interact with pleasant entities, having emotional stability and inner peace will get you there. And to me, my third eye opened when I was very much post traumatic, and I've had experiences with entities, and I'm like, wow, I don't want to repeat that, right? So, in this way, by healing my inner workings and again starting to being able to be stable and grounded into my own inner peace, I could notice the shift into the frequencies of my dream states, of my astral planes, and like the whole frequencies of what I experience in my consciousness, whether it's is this physical form or not, has improved drastically before like because of it. So I guess that would be a huge benefit of meditation is to develop emotional mastery. So as you navigate outside, inside, or experience altered states of consciousness, you are grounded in inner peace and you can manage these energies with ease and grace. So now for the guided meditation part. Um, I'm going to provide very little instructions, and the goal of these Sundays gathering is not about it's not about exposing you to different type of meditation. It's just little clicks of awareness to help you. So when you sit down and meditate, if something arises in you, you know how to deal with. Or perhaps you want to spend, like last week, it was all about integrating, using the breath to fill ourselves with light and noticing how this light and allowing it to fill our inner body. So you don't have to spend a whole meditation doing that. You could sit and do that maybe the first 5 minutes, and then the rest you just allow your meditation to unfold. But I guess that's the what I want to bring as far as these guided meditation goes. It's just little tools for you to play with. Maybe you play with them for 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 2 hours, but it's just to add again different tools to your toolkit, and as well as to help with certain blocks that can come with meditation, things like increased boredom, what do we do, and the likes. So, thank you for joining me today. So, if you're not already sitting in a comfortable seated position, I invite you to do so. If you want to sit on a chair, fine, make sure your feet are flat on the ground, touching, and your spine is vertical. Nice. We don't want to force it, just to relax, but still straight so the energies can flow properly. And if you are sitting on the floor, I would recommend putting a cushion, sitting on a cushion so your knees are slightly lower than your hips. And again, it just makes it more comfortable and it's easier on the spine in the long run as well. So your hands can be placed any which way. You can interlace them and lay them on your legs. You can put palm down on your knees or palms up or do a mudra if you like. Your eyes, you can keep them either open or closed. If you are keeping them open, I recommend you focus on an actual point and you keep your gaze there because it's all about focus, concentration, and just staying in one place, inviting stillness. Also, for proper flow, if you can remember to keep your tongue at the roof of your mouth, and that helps as well with the proper flow of energy. So, without further ado, oh, and just bringing our awareness into our physical body, feeling our toes, our feet, our ankles, our calves, our knees, our legs, and our hips, bottom of our spine that's resting on the earth, and slowly moving up our spine and our belly and towards our hearts and our lungs and our shoulders and the tip of our fingers and our hands, our wrists, our forearms, our elbows, our arms, back to our shoulders again, our neck and our throat and our face, relaxing the muscles and feeling into the tip of our head, our crown chakra, and just noticing how we feel in our body, inviting some softness into our muscles as we are being supported by the earth. And then we're going to bring our awareness into our breath. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, breathing light in all the way down our spine. Inhale, exhale. And one more time. Inhale, breathing in the light all the way down our spine. And exhale. And bringing our awareness into our chest and heart area, just noticing how our chest is rising and falling with every breath, just like waves on a beach coming and going, observing our chest rising and falling in its own natural rhythm. Not forcing anything, just noticing what's already there with our breath. As we are finding our own natural breathing rhythm, allowing the mind to become quiet and feeling our mind being soothed by the natural rhythm of our breathing, allowing our shoulders to become soft, and if you find your mind drifting away, just bring your awareness back into your breath, bringing your awareness back to the sensation of your chest rising and falling with every inhale and every exhale. Letting go of any outside distractions and allowing yourself to be fully present in this moment, allowing yourself to feel your chest rising and falling like it was the only thing happening in the whole universe. Now gently bring your awareness, your hands, your feet, your legs, your hips, your spine, your belly, your chest, your shoulders, your fingers, your hands, your arms, your throat, your neck, your face, and your head. You can gently wiggle your toes and your hands and slowly bring yourself back into this space. Notice how you feel in your body. You can gently open your eyes. And this concludes this week guided meditation. I hope you feel well. You enjoy the rest of your day and take time to integrate. And hopefully, I see you next week. Goodbye.